Since Islam Makhachev has beaten Moises, he's actually managed to get and become the top 5 within the top 5 rankings of the lightweight UFC lightweight division. Now, in my opinion, I feel like the UFC lightweight division is a bit of a joke. If you think about it, if you just look at Islam Makhachev at the time was ranked, I think he was ranked 9 in the UFC lightweight ranking. He beat Moises, who's I don't know how to pronounce his second name, but his last opponent, Thiago, who was ranked 14th. So now that he's beaten someone who's ranked 14th, he's managed to get into the top 5 division. How does that make sense? How do you go from being ranked 9th, you beat a guy that's ranked 14th, and somehow you're in the top 5 now? Does that make any sense to anyone? Now, I understand what they're trying to do. The UFC are trying to push Islam Makhachev. Obviously, his association with Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is probably the greatest lightweight ever, it means that he's obviously going to get pushed more than other fighters. He's got that marketable Dagestani following. But the sad thing is, if you look at it from that perspective, he's not beating anyone within the top 10. So how the hell is he in the top 5? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. It feels like nepotism. Like, how is it that he's managed to get to such a high position? Is it because of his association with Khabib? Is it because of the fact that obviously he beat a guy that's ranked in the top 14th? He's been calling a lot of people out, and because of that, somehow he's ranked in the top 5. The reason why they put him in the top 5 is so that these other fighters can't say, oh, he's ranked lower than me, so they can avoid him. Another thing that doesn't make any sense to me is Conor McGregor hasn't won a fight at lightweight for the past 5 years. Like, the past 3 to 5 years, he's not won one fight in the lightweight division. Yet he's ranked in the 7th. He's ranked in the, I think he's ranked number 7th. How does that make any sense? His last win was against Donald Cerrone, but that was at welterweight. No offense to Donald Cerrone, but he was past it at that point. So how the hell is Conor McGregor ranked number 7 right now when he's not won a fight in the lightweight division for the past 5 years? Does any of this make any sense to anyone? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I just feel like the ranking system is a joke. Like, it literally doesn't make any sense at all. Another thing is Beneil Dariush, right? Beneil Dariush hasn't had any significant wins, right? All of a sudden he beats Tony Ferguson, and Tony Ferguson, in my opinion, shouldn't even be in the top 10, because I feel like anyone within the top 10 beats him, so he shouldn't be ranked above anyone. He should be number 11. Beneil Dariush beats Tony Ferguson, and now all of a sudden he's in the top 3, and he's not had any significant wins up to that point. I feel like they put him in the top 3 so that when Islam Makhachev inevitably fights him, because Dana White has been talking about Islam Makhachev fighting Beneil Dariush, when he beats him, and I think he is going to beat him, because I think Islam Makhachev is more talented than Beneil Dariush. Beneil Dariush is a nice guy, and I do like him from a personality point of view. I'm just talking in terms of him fighting. Just look at him as a fighter. I feel like he's not accomplished anything apart from beating a washed Tony Ferguson, who's been washed for the past year or two. I think anyone within the top 15, okay, maybe not the top 15, but probably within the top 12 beats Tony Ferguson right now, because he's just past it. But somehow Beneil Dariush is not in the top 3, which doesn't make any sense. The reason why they put him in the top 3 is they probably want Islam Makhachev to fight him when he beats Beneil Dariush, which I think he will. All of a sudden he's going to get a top 3 ranking out of nowhere. So Islam Makhachev went from beating a person who's ranked number 14th to get to the 5th ranking. He beats Beneil Dariush, who's beaten no one apart from Tony Ferguson, who's way past it, and now all of a sudden he's a top 3 lightweight in the world, ahead of fighters like Michael Chandler. Obviously, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all. None of this makes any sense to me, but it's just a mess, to be honest. To be fair though, like I feel like having a ranking system that's flawed is better than having no ranking system. You need some type of order to the madness. Otherwise, literally anyone would get a position just because of the fact that they're more marketable for the UFC. But the rankings at this point just don't make any sense for me at this point. It's literally not based on it's not really based on merit. It's based more on how marketable you are. Because if you look at, for example, Khamzat Chimaev didn't beat anyone significant. Like, it was impressive when he beat 2-3 fighters in a row in a very quick succession, but he's not beating anyone within the top 15, and all of a sudden he got ranked within the top 15, which doesn't make any sense to me. It's based on it's not meritocracy. It's not based on merit. It's based on popularity and who's the popular fighter. Because if it was based on meritocracy and merit, then Conor McGregor wouldn't be in the lightweight rankings, but he's ranked number 7 because they need to justify him fighting Dustin Poirier for the 4th time, and they can't justify that if he's not in the top 10 at least. And he's not won a fight in the lightweight division in the past 3 to 5 years, yet he's going to get a fight against arguably the top ranked fighter in the world, top ranked lightweight in the world, which is Dustin Poirier. It doesn't make any sense at all. It makes no sense. It's literally a popularity contest. It's based on who's the most popular fighter. That's why Khamzat Chimaev is within the top 15. That's why Islam Makhachev, because of his association with Khabib Nurmagomedov, is in the top 5. That's why Conor McGregor is in the top 7, even though he's not won a fight in the lightweight division in the past 3 to 5 years. It makes zero sense at this point. But this is what it is. This is what it is. Money talks and BS walks, and it's just it makes no sense to me at this point. But at the same time, I think a ranking system is somewhat needed. It's absolutely boggles the mind that the ranking system has only come into play right now. Obviously, it's been around for a couple of years, but there was a time when a ranking system didn't exist within the UFC. Bellator has recently just adopted the ranking systems. And that just sounds insane to me. Like, Bellator 2-3 years ago didn't even have a ranking system. So who did they decide who fighted who? Who did they decide was within their top 10? What was it based on? What was it based on? Popularity, just like the UFC is right now. It feels like the world of mixed martial arts is just a free for all, like Wild West. Like there's no structure to it. Obviously the rankings don't make any sense in boxing either, but at least there is some type of ranking system. Like, you need some type of system that makes things make sense. Like, for example, it's been known within boxing, like, if you don't pay your sanctioning fees every year, then magically your name will go down in the ranking systems with certain sanctioning bodies like the WBC, the IBO, the IBF, the WBO. I mean, what is this based on then? It's not based on merit. It's based on who's paying sanctioning fees. Whoever's paying the most sanctioning fees, all of a sudden they're going to be the highest on the in the sanctioning body rankings. I mean, the sport is just rife with corruption all across the board. Whether you're looking at mixed martial arts or you're looking at boxing, it's literally just full of corruption. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. What do you think of the lightweight rankings within the UFC at this moment in time? Do you think it makes any sense to you? Does any of this make any sense to you? The only way it makes sense is if you're a fight fan that doesn't really care about meritocracies, like merit. You don't care about a fighter getting a shot because he deserves it. You just care about popularity and whoever is the most popular fighter. So you'd probably justify Conor McGregor being within the top 3 because he's the most popular fighter within the lightweight division. You probably justify Khamzat Chimaev being in the top 5, even though he's not fought anyone, because he's one of the most popular fighter within the welterweight division. You probably justify Islam Makhachev being a top 2 for lightweight because of his association with Khabib. None of this makes any sense to me at all. I think at this point in time that Dustin Poirier, the only ranking that actually makes any sense is Dustin Poirier being number 2 because of his resume. Obviously he's not the champion, so he can't be number 1, but Dustin Poirier definitely should be number 2 at this point in time. But obviously, like, having some type of ranking system does give some order to the sport than having no ranking system. But at the same time, it's just a complete mess, man. It's a complete mess. So yeah, that's my opinion on this. Tell me your opinion. What do you think about this? Does any of this make any sense to you, what I'm saying, or is it flying over everyone's head? Or do you think the ranking systems are okay, or do you think they're bad, or do you think they're good? What do you think about the ranking systems? Like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.